If you're a perfectionist, I want to know, do you ever get stuck? Or do you ever feel unable to start something until the conditions are exactly right? Do you really wonder how people who are not perfectionists just like frickin' start something, instantly do the thing while you're still like in the prep stages? I'm Dr. Rebecca. I'm a clinical psychologist, and I am on a mission to help high-achieving women get rid of anxiety, imposter syndrome, and perfectionism. And today, what I want to talk about is the idea that imperfect action is better than perfect inaction. This idea is pretty simple, but I rarely see it broken down exactly this way. And for most people with perfectionistic anxiety, this is a real issue. They get super stuck trying to make everything perfect, when in reality, they would often benefit from action that helps them move the needle forward and also makes them better in time, right? Like also improves their skills or helps them practice. It seems a bit self-explanatory, but let me give you a couple of definitions here. Perfect inaction is basically a bias towards staying still and doing nothing, because at least then we can't mess it up. In contrast, imperfect action is saying, I know it's not going to be great, but we're gonna go for something anyway. We're gonna at least try a little bit. I really like this idea because I think so much of the time, high-achieving women are excellent at action when everything is right. We're excellent at getting things done and doing what we need to do, moving the needle forward. We can be especially good at moving that needle forward when it's for other people, right? Or when it's for a greater goal. But there are often specific issues internally where we stay stagnant because we're waiting for the right time. For me, hilariously, shopping is one of these issues. I feel like I'm really not good at shopping. I always want to look nice and I always want to be put together, and I really actually like clothes, but I want them to be right and I want them to hopefully be affordable, but even more that I really want them to last. I want them to be good quality. I want them to often be natural materials. I'll go down rabbit holes of like, what is my color season and my kibby body type, and is this clothing company a B corporation, and et cetera, et cetera. And what that ends up doing is giving me far fewer options for things to actually wear. Go back through these videos. I'm wearing like 4 tops over and over again. It's real. The struggle is real. Because if I'm going to make that decision, I want it to be perfect. I should watch my own satisficing video. I should do that. You might have this in your business, right? You might feel like, I want to make this product exactly perfect, and so I'm not going to put it out until it is. You might feel this in a creative endeavor. I'm going to learn everything I can about sculpting. I'm going to find the exact right materials. I'm going to read all the books and watch every YouTube video before I start. You might even feel this socially. I'm gonna put on a perfect party. I'm going to have the best Bridgerton night. I was like, so good, right? I'm gonna have the right food and the right drinks and the right decorations, and every person is gonna love it. But if I spend too long planning, everybody will have already watched it. We cannot wait, we have to watch it immediately. Instead, perfect inaction looks like, I'm gonna throw this together and my friends are gonna like it because they like me and they like Bridgerton and we're gonna have a great time. Or for me, perfect inaction looks like, I need an outfit, let's just buy one that works, right? Let's satisfy. Seriously, gonna have to link that video. In therapy, a lot of imperfect action for me looks like encouraging my patients to do a journaling exercise, and it's totally fine if the entire page just says, I don't know what to write. I don't know what to write, because it's actually quite rare that you have that stamina and that you actually don't think of any ideas after an entire page of I don't know. Imperfect action looks like terrible first drafts. I think that the key thing here is that imperfect action is what makes us better. We're not gonna reach perfection. We don't want to. We're fighting that, right? But we're going to get better because we are practicing. And that perfectionist in you gets a little bit like appeased when we level up. And we will level up through imperfect action. I think another really important factor here is the idea that action kills the fear. There's not a lot that is more anxiety producing than dread. And dread is, by definition, there's a chronology to dread. Dread happens before the action. I dread something that is coming up. Once the action happens, there is no more dread because just chronologically it changes. The fact that action kills the fear is really, really helpful, both for helping us live the lives we actually want and like acting out our values, and also reducing our anxiety. Our perfectionistic anxiety reduces when we take action, and that action will be, by definition, imperfect. I also think it's really great how simple, I was gonna say easy, it's not easy. 95% of things in therapy are simple but not easy. The cure is simple. Getting over it means playing with it. Playing with imperfect action. What is it like to just sort of mess up something? Or you don't even have to go that far, honestly. What is it like to just say, I promise I'm going to take action at this time, and self-soothe to manage the difficulty with imperfection? It's an interesting one, right? I would love to hear from you when you feel like you're better at imperfect action. What are the places where perfect inaction is starting to really take hold in your life? How's that feeling for you? Where are you going with it? If you live in Louisiana or Virginia and you'd like to talk to me about some imperfect action, perfect inaction, anxiety, perfectionism, that's where I'm licensed. Go ahead and click the link below to schedule a free 15-minute consult with me. And like I said throughout this video, click here for the satisficing one. I think you're gonna love it. Click over here to subscribe. Have a good one, y'all. Bye.